Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
You look so pretty with your red on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
And
so
your
much.
silver jewelry with your silver hair. Thanks
Okay.
for being on here. How you feeling after you completed your 5 weeks? You did your author reading. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about it. Yeah. Last night, and I should get up and write about it,
Hmm.
but last night I was thinking and I had some sci-fi information coming to me.
Mm.
I didn't get up and write about it, but I did write a little bit about it today. It was some kind of entity that I was thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I named it Emoti. So I mean, I was thinking. You know how sometimes you think about stuff and it's like you get all these ideas about it. So yeah. So I just wrote about 2 or 3 sentences.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You
I'll be picking
good.
that up on the sci-fi set. Oh my goodness, this is too
You're
much.
doing better than a lot of people who think about it and never write it. So how has your, I want to know, how has your writing habit changed since
um,
doing the course?
well, it's better.
Mm-hmm. In what
It's
way?
better.
Change
I had
how?
to learn how to just present, how to
Mm.
write. You
Okay.
know, just presenting it in the first person or the
Mm.
third person.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Whereas before, how was it? How was your writing?
it was like I didn't write. I just would write. Well, I would write events.
Mm-hmm.
Like if something happened to me, I would say this happened. So in 2003, I would just say, oh, well, me and my boyfriend had an argument. And that's it.
Oh, you did way more than that in the course.
Yeah, exactly.
It was way more detailed and a
Right.
lot more sauce.
Yes. Yes. A lot.
Wow. So from the beginning, though, your writing never sounded like what you just described. So, what is it about being in the group that pulled that out of you? Because from the beginning, when you started sharing your work, you started sharing it already differently than what you just described. You already started sharing it with more detail.
Right, right. Because we're listening to you, and following
Mm,
the modules,
okay.
and listening to the other, co-writers.
Yeah. I think that helps a lot, right? Hearing
Yeah,
other writers and express themselves.
right. Because, like Courtney, of course, has a lot of description,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes you think you can identify. So that's what I was trying to learn how to do, to add
Mm.
more a description. And I'm
Yes.
still working on that.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice how you picked up from others. Because sometimes people ask me about private sessions, and I do offer private sessions, but I feel like you get so much more out of working in a group.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm. For that very reason. You get to hear other people, how they express themselves. You get to watch other people grow. You get to hear other people say, I'm scared. Um,
right.
I don't know. What about this? They mirror everything that you might be feeling inside and never thought to say or were too afraid to say, right?
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. They're very supportive. The group is very supportive because once you
That
realize
too.
that, you have your own voice.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own voice and their own perception. Then it's better. It's like I
Mm.
enjoyed that. And I felt part of the group and not outside of the group.
Oh, yeah.
You
And
know.
that's one of the things that I also promote is that it's a culturally sensitive, safe environment. So I'm really happy to
Exactly.
hear you talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciated that, so much. So,
Yeah. And also, the fact that you said everyone had, you could hear everyone's voice. Because I know that sometimes when we're trying to find our voice, sometimes people are very shy. They want to hold their work to themselves for different reasons. People think that others might steal their work, which is actually kind of rare, I think, at least in this kind of setting. Most people who are working on something have so much going on in their own mind that they're not concerned about stealing anybody else's story or yeah. So there's that, but there's also sometimes people feel like if they're surrounded by so many strong voices, they may feel like their voice is drowned out or they can't identify their voice. But you, on the other hand, felt very empowered by hearing everybody's voice.
I did. I did. Yeah, it was like I really enjoyed the stories, I felt bad because I was being my authentic self. But
Don't feel bad.
It made me laugh in one sense, and then I said, "Oh my goodness, what have I done? There I am speaking my mind and hurting people's feelings, from the point of view. I didn't mean to do that,
No, but you know what? The thing is that it's a new concept. What I explained about the way that we treat work in the course, it's a new concept for a lot of people. I don't know if you remember, but in the beginning, Courtney also said something, and I had to remind her and the group of our practice and how we respond to work, so that we're supporting it. So it's okay, really. I know it was really it's actually good that you did that, because it helped me to then clarify and remind the group why we have the practice that we have, because everybody kind of falls in line and does it as I describe it. But along the way, people may forget, well, why are we doing it like this? And I know if I was to go somewhere else, they would be harsher. They would give me a more harsher criticism. And, as you become more confident, you may even feel that. So within the 5 weeks, your confidence grows and you may be like, well, I want harsher criticism right now. And so it's good that you did that, because it allowed me to have an opportunity to re-explain why we respond to the work the way that we respond to the work.
Right. And that was, but I felt comfortable doing that. That was the other part. I felt,
that's a good point.
I felt that, when you're in family, I just felt I could do that and it wouldn't be harmful, because, it was fun to me.
It's no big deal. I guess maybe it sounded like I made it a big deal because I needed to make sure we understood the practice, but not that anybody thought that you had bad intentions. No.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Okay.
It was just I felt comfortable in being able to say that, and then afterwards, I didn't realize it had come out like that.
I see.
So then I had to be very mindful after that. Like, you better be quiet. You better listen first. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you felt that comfortable in the group.
Yeah, I did.
Another thing is I loved bragging to the group about how you're 79, almost 80, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were the elder in the group, huh?
I said, I'm surprised that, I still have the mindset to do it. It's not very many people out here that I interact with. So I'm always jumping on the bandwagon, saying, oh yeah, I want to do that. That sounds fun. And then I do forget that, I am this age, so, but it still feels okay.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, they were very respectful. Everyone was respectful to me, and I appreciate that. I didn't see anybody think like, oh, she's too old to be in here. I didn't feel that.
To me, it felt like we were all on the same even playing ground, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you how wonderful that made me feel about Courtney. She really just saw us all as one.
The piece she did in the last class where she wrote something special for our group.
Right.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was precious.
Yeah.
Did you see the video? We made a video of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I even copied it because she sent the link.
Okay.
For everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was nice.
That was nice.
But it
And
gave me much more, you know, it made me feel like I was heard,
mm,
you know. Yeah.
and
So,
you were.
yeah.
And what
Social
about
media.
is there anything you would like people to know about your work, about your experience in the course, about anything?
Well, I'm glad I was with the people that I was with
Yeah.
in the class. I enjoyed them so much. They gave me much support and gave me more outlooks on life where I could just, you know, I still feel I could do anything, even at this
Mhm.
age, you know. I'm not done yet. But
Beautiful.
yeah, I like to just tell them how much I really appreciate them and I love them. You know,
Mm.
from the humanity part of life, I love them because I can see that we have lot of talent, you know, a lot of creativity, a lot of words that can be said. And I appreciate the ones that were going out supporting the Me Too movement or Black Lives Matter.
At least one, two, at least three members in the group were out there. Whenever they would come onto the group, they were, oh, I just came back from this, or I got to leave to go do
Right,
this, right?
right,
Mizan, Jamel, and Monifa, particularly, are who I'm remembering the most saying that a lot. So that is, I'm really glad that you pointed that out because it just also demonstrates that this writing group, the people are free to really be themselves in this group and to
right,
share who they are, even who they are outside of the group. They're able to share that
right,
and be supported in those social justice activities.
right. And like I said, I'm very proud of them, you know, for supporting those of us who aren't out there, you know.
Mm.
But I think about it, but I'm just, you know I would probably go to jail if I was out there really, because I would just, you know, my anger and, you know, the hostility that I would feel the
Mm,
way, you know, authorities treat us,
mm,
you know, so I just like stay out of the way. I
mm,
stay away, you
mm,
know, and I look at it and I just have prayers that it's going to be all right, you
mm,
know, and working on myself to clear my mind so that when I go out, you know, I won't get in trouble. Say things
yeah.
that, you know, would invoke a riot or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just in my lane, you know.
Okay.
But I still I really appreciate the younger people getting out there doing something.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you, Fetty.
You're welcome.
Thank you for taking the time to come on and do this with me.
Oh,
Thank
for
you.
sure.
And thank you for, because you found out about the course. First you did, I was giving those donation-based workshops and you attended one of those.
Yes.
And then you were like, I'm going to take the course as soon as I can.
Right.
And you really did. You signed up for the course and I'm grateful. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. You're a wonderful teacher. You really are. Your
Mm,
coach. You know, I could see your basic uh, authentic self,
mm,
you know, when you're trying to share, like, people should write. People should write their story, no matter published or not. They should write
mm-hmm.
to tell how they feel, because that's like I've learned that it's like your path. You can
Mm,
create your path like that also.
mm,
You know where you want to go by just putting writing in all kinds of formats. You know, in your affirmations, in your prayers,
mm-hmm.
all of that. You know.
Right. So once we open that voice and that imagination, we can use our words and our writing to do anything. Like you said, to
Right.
create our destiny, to support us when we're feeling when we need that support. We can look to our own words for power to support us, right?
Exactly.
I know that I've recorded some music and sometimes when I felt my lowest, I would put on the music that I recorded, and then it would remind me. The tone of my voice would soothe me.
Right.
My words would remind me,
Mm-hmm.
and I could take one more step. You know, just when I felt like I couldn't take another step, then I could take one more step. So a lot of times, people want to do things for the notoriety, for fame, and and you know, people think like Ron said, somebody asked him, what's the return on your investment? um but what people don't understand is, yes, ultimately, when you come into this, I do want you to make money off of your writing, and those are things that we can talk about in private session. If not during the course, we could talk about it in private session.
Mm-hmm.
But and I do try to share those things and how those opportunities can look for you.
Mm-hmm.
But before anybody else, it's you, right? The love that we have for ourselves matters more than nobody else's love can even penetrate us if we don't love ourselves. There's nothing to
Exactly.
hold it and receive it, right?
Right.
So doing it for yourself, like Jamil said, we don't do it for the clout.
Right.
But I'm laughing because then I said, "Oh, we do it for the clouds," because Ron had that whole theme about clouds.
Right. Right. And you know, listening to him again, um, with our author reading,
Yeah.
I could see where he had actually wrote "When in the Clouds," because the one like the ice cream
Mm.
and the flavors, like he had shown all those layers of clouds with different colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the
That was
one before that.
amazing.
Yeah, it
He did
was
a
like,
really good job, right? Tying the pictures into his story.
yes,
Yeah. And
yeah, that
creating a
was
story.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in the author, they're going so fast, but playing it over again, I was able to see everything at
Mm.
the same. Yeah, which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you, Fetty.
Welcome.
Love you.
Love you too.
Have a great day.
Okay, thank you. I
And
will.